You're now tuned in to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And as always, I got another great interview for you today. And I'll tell you who it is coming up right after this. My guest today burst on the scene in the groundbreaking sketch comedy In Living Color. He went on to star in movies and animations like Woo, Strictly Business, Bamboozled, The Proud Family, and Will Smith's The Youngins. And he's back to talk about his new book, Living in Color, What's Funny About Me, now in paperback. Help me welcome back to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, Mr. Tommy Davidson. Welcome back, Tommy.
What's up? You know, Sacramento was the first place I performed comedy in California.
Really?
Yeah. I had done a concert there, a black comedy show there, way back. It was like in 88,
Wow.
89.
Okay, well, it's good to be a part of your history.
88, 89.
Well, what a blessing.
I was just surprised there's black people there.
Oh, it's a lot of us here now.
And it was hot. It was the summertime. It was hot, boy.
I know it do. It feel like hell up here in the summertime, so I must say, black folks don't need to be out here.
I got my folks still up there, man. I still got people up there, and you know, the improv there is one of my best ones that I do, and got a couple of nephews up, some good friends.
Awesome. Well, you know, when you come back up here, you got to hit me up. We got to have you on the show, live in the studio.
Come on, let's do it.
All right. Well, you got it. Let me know, and we'll bring you in the studio so we can do this. Okay. Well, Tommy, I want to talk about your brand new book. You have a brand new book out. Well, it's not brand new, but it's now in paperback, and it's Living in Color, What's Funny About Me. And one thing I liked about it, I love the play that you did on the words, because, of course, you were in the iconic show In Living Color, and then your family also exemplifies the title as well. Was that intentional?
You know what? Yeah, it was intentional. It's a true story. I was living in color.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was abandoned in the trash, found by a white woman who raised me with her family, and that was my life. I moved from Colorado and Wyoming to Washington, D.C., where I grew up in Maryland, and that's my life. You know, it just happened to be that I was on in Living Color. It's a beautiful iron, you know?
Right. Now, I wanted to ask you this question because I heard you tell the story how you said adoptive mother found you in the trash. I wanted to know, when you heard that story about how you were found, how did that make you feel, knowing that you were found in the trash? Did you feel thrown away once you heard that story?
You know what? No, I didn't. Mm-hmm. But I do think I felt that way throughout my life, and I didn't know why, you know? Because I didn't discover it until I was like in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I didn't really know. So, you know, just the stuff that I've gone through, you know, it you know, only a person who had been through that much, you know, could act the way I did growing up, man. You know, I had a hard time in school.
Mm.
You know, I used to fight a lot. You know, there was a lot of stuff that came out of that, you know. And being told at that age was the blessing, because by that time, you know, I was doing movies, and I was in my respective career. I had my kids, and you know, so it's a good thing, actually. You know, I think if God had wanted me to know, He let me know way earlier.
Correct.
You know,
where do you think that anger came from?
By then, I had grown into a man, huh?
I said, where do you think that anger came from? Because you say you were fighting a lot. So where do you think that anger came from? Is it just knowing that you were adopted and didn't know who your biological parents were? Where do you think?
No, the attack from both sides.
Mm.
So I was a nigga to white people, and then, you know, to black people, I was like, you know, hey, you ain't really black. You know? So I was up against that constantly, both sides.
Wow. Just fighting to be.
So I was, I was just, I had to defend myself at such an early age that, anger was natural. It was the way that I protected myself,
Yep, I can identify with that.
It was not easy for me. We moved into Washington, D.C. during the riots when Martin Luther King got shot, So it was tension all over the place. We moved to the suburbs, and then I was being chased by grown white men, barely getting in the house. So it was yeah.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Okay, many comedians are very funny on stage, and when they hit this stage, they come alive. But when they get off stage, some say that it's very dark for them, depression and sadness. Have you ever experienced any of that, being the funny man on stage, but when the curtains close and the lights go down and you go back to your hotel room, have you ever experienced that sadness and depression in that dark time?
Yeah, I've experienced that. Just in life in general, I experienced that coming from the IHOP I used to work at when I was 14. But yeah, of course I have. And comedy has been my best friend too. I went on stage the night that my mother died. I went on stage the night that my brother died. I went on stage when I had a bad breakup. I went on stage when things weren't so good.
Right.
I go on stage when things are good and bad. And I think I got to say this to you, and I wish I would remember to say this to every radio station. It's the love that I got from my audience that has made my life. It's made my life complete. I get love from family and love from people who I was raised around in my neighborhood, and get a lot of love from people in general before this happened with TV and all that. And then I continued to get it from all kinds of people all over the world. So it's funny that I would go from being left in the trash to anywhere in the world, someone would walk up to me and be smiling and say, "Man, aren't you that guy?"
Well,
even when I'm feeling bad, I can't go but so far down. I get off the airplane feeling not so good, maybe sick, or something happened that I'm not happy about, and somebody be there when I get off the plane smiling. I heard you was on the flight. Will you take a picture with my grandmother?
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy, I want to just say thank you so much for coming on the show. And I want to remind the audience to be sure that you pick up your copy of Living in Color, What's Funny About Me. It's now available in Target and Walmart. You can also purchase it right there online. Make sure you pick it up. And Tommy, we definitely look forward to seeing you in 2021 back here in Sacramento once, everything is straight and we all get the go ahead. How about that? To move about the country.
You were funny. You said you want to see if everybody all right first.
I sure do. Trust me, I'm reading. And when I read last night about the partial facial paralysis.
Everybody got to be all right first. Man.
Yes, they do. Because I don't want to be that one. I don't want to be that one. So I'm cool.
That's why I'm waiting too. I'm waiting a while.
So I'm watching. Again, Tommy, thank you so much. I look forward to having you back on the show.
Thank you. And the one thing about that daggone thing is they never have anything about it. There's no specials about it, no documentaries about this thing. They're just shipping it.
And the people just taking it. So I'm going to, I'm gonna watch all the results.
This is one. And they ain't told me no background or nothing.
Right. Well, after you take the serum, you let me know how you doing, and then I'll think about it.
You just let me know first.
I'm good. And you have a blessed day, Tommy.
All right.
Bye-bye.